Literary colony. कहीं आसुनी तो जय गुरु संक्षिप्त स्तोत्र वंदना। ओम ब्रह्मानंदम परम सुखदम केवलम ज्ञानमूर्ति द्वन्द्वातीतं गगन सदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलं मचलं सर्वधि साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं Sadguru तं नमामि। Jayaguru, welcome to all of you to the session of today of this Nigam Swadhyay group under the banner of Summer Vacation Bliss. We are nearing the completion of the life story of Sadguru Nigamananda ji, and maybe another 7 to 10 days we will finish this. As per our process, we have got today Punyabrata Upadhyay Bhai from Baripada Saraswat Sangha. As I mentioned, Baripada Saraswat Sangha is one of prominent Shakha Sangha in Nilachala Saraswat Sangha, and you all might have observed so many Upadhyayas are coming serially, and there are many more also. So this Upadhyay family in Baripada is very loyal, sincere, and Guruvata Prana in that particular area. They are very well known in Nilachala Saraswat Sangha also. So we are fortunate to have Punyabrata Bhai today from Baripada Saraswat Sangha. I am requesting Punyabrata Upadhyay Bhai to kindly do the recapping of yesterday's session. Over to you, Punyabrata Upadhyay Bhai.
Jayaguru Bhai O Maa. Sri Thakura Maharaj, who had previously left the Math.
गोटे मिनट भाई लाइव चलची मोर लाइव कटिगलानी
Lights on. Punyabrata, please continue. Lights on. Punyabrata, please continue. Lights on.
Jayaguru. Sri Thakura Maharaj, who had previously left the Matha, returned for a visit. During his stay, some disciples requested him to give Diksha, and a date was set for this event. He was accompanied by Narayani Devi and others. After a spiritual initiation ceremony, young Narayani entered the room, which was fragrant and smoky from the sacred Homa fire, with bell leaves and flowers strewn across the floor. Despite the potentially intimidating sight, Narayani showed no fear, comforted by the presence of her father Baba. Sri Thakura Maharaj observed Narayani as she stepped in and intently surveyed the ritualistic items. Sri Thakura Maharaj asked child Narayani if she wanted Diksha. Though she didn't knew its meaning, she agreed. He guided her through a brief ritual, giving her a mantra and instructing her to pay respect. The Diksha ceremony for Narayani concluded quickly. During a boat ride at the Matha, high winds capsized Sri Thakura Maharaj's boat, throwing everyone into the water. While most, including Thakura Maharaj, were rescued, Jogamaya was swept away by the current. She was eventually rescued, leading to anger from those who had saved her. When asked why she didn't cry for help after falling in the water, Jogamaya confidently replied she knew Thakur would save her, displaying deep dependence. Later, as Sri Thakur prepared to leave for Puri, Jogomaya cried inconsolably and he consoled her by promising a swift return. Jogomaya was distraught by Thakur Maharaj's departure, believing he wouldn't return, and even animals chased his cart in distress. Narayani, though emotional, hid her feelings. The slide then shifts to Thakur Maharaj in Puri, where local schoolboys were captivated by his appearance and calm presence. Sri Thakur Maharaj's serene presence attracted school children in Puri. These honest and sincere boys, including Bhai Durgacharan Mahanti and Govinda Patnaik, developed unconditional love for him, regularly accompanying him on evening walks to the beach. Later, a hand-pulled rickshaw was acquired for his strolls, with one boy pulling and others walking alongside. Thakur Maharaj, while sitting on a rickshaw with Narayani, playfully asked her about the rickshaw itself, to which she replied, Ratha Brahma. Pointing to Anandabhai pulling it, he asked, Who is he? And Narayani promptly said, Sarathi Brahma. Finally, when asked, Who am I? The child Narayani immediately responded, Guru Brahma, astonishing everyone with her insightful replies. Narayani's unique sanskar, a result of her upbringing with Thakur Maharaj, bestowed upon her remarkable insights and unforgettable experiences. These included significant journeys to the Matha and South India, which she later chronicled as deeply impactful. During this period, while residing in Puri, Thakur Maharaj expressed a keen interest in visiting the Chilika Lake. Sri Thakur Maharaj, accompanied by Narayani, Shurabala, and Odia followers, visited Chilika Lake. They enjoyed a boat ride, with Ekadasi skillfully managing the rudder. Sri Thakur Maharaj playfully declared Ekadasi his rudderman, implying he stirs the lives of his disciples. After spending the day, they returned to Puri. Sri Durgacharan Mahanti, a shy but dedicated Odia devotee of Sri Thakur Maharaj from Birtunga, Puri, while still a schoolboy, Durgacharan regularly visited the sannyasi, which concerned his father, who feared it would ruin his son's future. To deter him, his father stopped his monthly allowance. Despite this, Durgacharan had vowed never to leave Sri Thakur Maharaj. Despite often having no food, he never disclosed his struggles to anyone, not even Thakur Maharaj. Sometimes he received food from Banamali Bhai without the latter knowing his hunger, and other times he simply went without. One day, Durga Bhai came to his rented house, starving, drank water, fell asleep on a mat, and was woken by a woman's call. He opened the door to find an old woman holding a cloth-wrapped bundle. She asked him to keep it while she went on a Tirth-yatra, promising to return soon to retrieve it and stating that if she didn't, he could use the contents. Though hesitant, Durgacharan accepted after her repeated requests. A month passed without her return, prompting him to open the bundle, revealing 100 silver coins. Recognizing the 100 rupees as Thakur Maharaj's blessing, Durgacharan gave it all to his father to change his negative opinion. His father, astonished by the money, immediately changed his views, appreciated Durgacharan's devotion, and gave him rice, coconut, and money for expenses. Durgacharan was relieved by the money and happy. His family, including his once skeptical father, took initiation from Thakur Maharaj. He intentionally failed his HSC exams, as explained by Thakur Maharaj, to avoid being sent away for higher studies and to stay near him, prioritizing time with Thakur Maharaj over career or money. The failed student would become the Parichalaka of Nilachala Saraswata Sangha, receive the Sahitya Academic Award, and lead a vast group of devotees. No one foresaw this, but Thakur knew and guided him to be his spiritual flag bearer. Thakur Maharaj asked Durgacharan to bring milk from his village for Narayani's birthday. Durgacharan readily agreed to serve him. He arrived with milk but was delayed because he had to walk 15 to 20 kilometers along the seashore. Upon his arrival, Thakur Maharaj told Durgacharan that he would initiated with Nrupal. Thakur Maharaj, anticipating Durgacharan's conscience, assured him all initiation arguments were already made, even paid for. Durgacharan, stunned by this rare immediate initiation, was deeply moved by Thakur Maharaj's divine compassion. Before Durgacharan, Ishwar Sahu, Balaji Raju, and Dinabandhu Dev were initiated. Now Durgacharana, Ekadashi, Govinda and Rupali also received initiation. Notably, Govinda had previously fainted near Thakur, later explaining he saw Thakur as a Jyotirmaya Vigraha, a rare vision of the Supreme Being. Chaitanya Charandas, who worked at Samaj Press in Cuttack. He found a copy of Yogi Guru, became interested, and learned the writer, Swami Nigamananda, was in Puri. He immediately cycled 85 kilometers to Puri but was denied entry to Nilachala Kutira because he didn't have an appointment. The doorkeeper told Chaitanya Charandas to come back another time, unaware that Chaitanya had waited months and cycled 85 kilometers for this visit. Chaitanya quietly waited outside Nilachala Kutira for hours. Eventually, the doorkeeper found him and, speaking more kindly, told him to go to the temple, get Mahaprasad, and return, promising to try and arrange a meeting with Thakura. Jayaguru.
Thank you, Punyabrat Bhai. A good round of applause for Punyabrat Upadhyay Bhai. Nice recapping the entire session of yesterday. Whoever could not attend, they would have got full clarity by the recapping of Punyabrat Bhai. And this was also one of the important chapters of Thakurjee's life, because Durgacharan Bhai's initiation, Chaitanya Bhai's meeting with Thakurjee, and all this kind of Narayani Devi's appearance to Thakurjee, all these things are being covered. So thank you, Punyabrat Bhai. Without wasting any further time, I am requesting Priyambada Ma and Devasi Bhai to kindly flash the results of yesterday.
Jayaguru Bhai, Jayaguru everyone. So yesterday we had received 34 responses, and in junior group, so there were 6 questions yesterday, and we got around 6 or 7 responses for the full mark. And out of those, we got in the junior group Anand Swarup Bhai from Pune Sangha, Rithi Ma from Karnataka Sangha, and Subhansi Dasma from Hyderabad Sangha. No, sorry, Subhansi Das from Mumbai Sangha Bhai.
Okay, Subhansi will be from Mumbai.
Yeah, that is typed incorrectly. So she's
No
from
problem.
Mumbai Sangha. And in senior group, we got Diksha Aradhana Ma from Kendra Sevaka Sangha, Vaishnavi Ma from Pune Sangha, and Bhabani Prasad Bhai from Cuttack Sangha. So congratulations to you.
Congratulations, all of you who have become the performer of the day, and all these responses, 34 responses. So may Thakurjee bless all of you. Keep attending. From today, what we are going to do is we will flash the Google QR code at the same time in the Nigam Swadhyay group also. So this we got the decision yesterday after the suggestions from many of you. So please keep trying. Now we have got today Sri Jyotirmaya Nayak Bhai from Delhi Saraswat Sangha. Delhi Saraswat Sangha is also one of major Sakha Sangha of Nilachala Saraswat Sangha, and also in Prabasi Anchalika Sangha. So I am requesting Jyotirmaya Nayak Bhai to start reading from where we left yesterday. Over to you, Jyotirmaya.
Jayaguru Bhai.
Jayaguru Bhai.
Chaitanya Bhai did as he was told, and in the evening, an elderly person, father of Durgacharan Bhai, took him to Thakur, who was seated on a chair. Chaitanya Bhai fell on the ground, and when seated, could not take his eyes off from his face. Later, Chaitanya Bhai and his wife took initiation from him. In this regard, the help rendered by Durgacharan Bhai is praiseworthy. This so happened that this simple-minded, dedicated Chaitanya Bhai became president of Nilachal Saraswat Sangha after the demise of Sri Raghunathpati Bhai. One day in the morning, Thakur was seated on a chair surrounded by his Odia disciples. He suddenly said, "Last night I had a divine inspiration. If you have come to me, let you people not play a child's game. Let us make the meeting a serious one." After a pause, he continued, "You will form a Sangha, union. The Sangha will be named Nilachal Saraswat Sangha. I will be its president, and you all will be its member. Your objective will be to re-establish Sanatan Dharma on earth through Adarsh Grihastha Jivan Gatan, to lead an ideal household life, Sangha Shakti Pratishtha, empowering supremacy of the union, the Bhavya Vinamaya, Bhavya Vinamay, exchange of experience, emotion and ideas, and Niti Palan, to adopt the moral principles in life. Looking at the devotees, he said, "You people will keep my Vigraha in a clean place of your house and worship it. You will not hide anything from the Vigraha, and you should express your spiritual experience and desire before my Vigraha. You will lead your family life and social life ideally as I have directed you." It was the most auspicious day, and the decision was a historic one. He expressed his desire to establish another spiritual institution when his already established institution was at its peak. Most important, he did not affiliate the newborn institution with Assam Bangye Saraswat Mata, which was the practice of the day. It is obvious that he had pinned much hope on his newly born institution, Nilachala Saraswat Sangha, to realize his dreams and to give shape to his expressed and unexpressed desires. Thus, by his personal desire, Nilachala Saraswat Sangha took its birth and took the vow to function under his direct guidance till the day of dissolution. Nilachala Saraswat Sangha is his brainchild, or rather, his baby. He had to take care of it. He had to nourish it. On the other hand, it is natural for the newborn baby to depend upon him for its survival and upbringing. After some days, Thakur had gone to Kolkata and wrote a letter to Nilachal's kutir about the date of his return. Durgacharan Bhai and other, including Ananda Brahmachari, who was his favorite Sevak, went to the station and welcomed him with garland on his arrival. Nilachal kutir became illuminated with the divine light, getting him back again. One day, after his return, while he was seated on the beach, he slumped and, resting on his elbow, called others for help. Durgacharan Bhai ran to kutir to inform others. All the disciples rushed to the spot where he was sitting. He had recovered by the time they reached him, but he seemed to be very weak. Others helped him to rickshaw and brought him to kutir. At kutir, he slept for an hour and then he sat inclining on a pillow. Everybody was anxious to know what had happened but did not dare to ask. Knowing their anxiety, he said, Yesterday at daytime, while taking nap, I had a dream. Mother Tara came in form of Surabala Devi, adopted mother of Narayani. The doors and windows were all closed and I was suffocating. I thought I was on a train. Then she came and put me on her lap. I felt like a small child. She rose and started walking. I followed her. She walked very fast and it was very dark. We have almost reached a place and I saw a very brightly lighted place and woke up. After the dream, I am feeling very weak physically. Message was sent to Kolkata and a local doctor was called to examine him. The doctor, after a thorough examination, said that nothing is wrong with him. Perhaps it was a momentary dizziness which happens at his age. After the doctor's departure, Thakur Maharaj said, "No, it's not like this. Something is happening with me." After a few hours, the disciples were relieved to find that he had gained his posture and color on the face. Few days before the Sarvabhauma Samilani was to be held, the Odia disciples wanted to go there and sought permission from Thakur, who attended. He thought for a while and said, "Why don't you hold the Samilani here?" They said, "Where from we can get the money? Among us, Banamali Bhai is a lawyer and president of Zilla board. He can contribute some money, but we are all penniless. How can we arrange food for hundreds of devotees?" He said gravely, "You give me 100 rupees and I will arrange everything. Write a letter to Kokila Mukh about the next Samilani to be held at Puri." Nobody dared to oppose him, but in his mind, they thought about the impossibility of the proposal. Durgacharan Bhai relieved him and asked Banamali Bhai to write the letter. Banamali Bhai, as the senior member, had been chosen as vice president of Nilachala Saraswat Sangha, and on the capacity he wrote a letter to the chief of Assam Bangye Saraswat Mata. After some days, one of the devotees wrote a letter to Banamali Bhai asking him who had invited the devotees to Puri for Samilani. Thakur was informed about the contents of the letter. Thakur became visibly annoyed and told him, "Write a letter and tell him that Karta, proprietor, as himself is going to conduct Samilani here." Durgacharan Bhai asked him, "Thakur, you are visiting different places. If you would be away, then who will guide us?" Thakur said, "Do not worry. Few days before commencement of Samilani, I will come back to Puri." Everybody became happy. Thakur's health condition did not improve. Many doctors were called to examine him. He was kept under constant watch. He was treated by homeopathy doctors and naturopathies, but his condition showed no sign of improvement. Hanibai and other prominent devotees arrived from Kolkata, and it was decided that Thakur should go to Kolkata for better treatment. So Thakur followed his daily habits. He seemed to be lost in thought. Most of the time he remained thoughtful. On one occasion, he said to his Odia devotees, "I do not know what's happening to me. Perhaps my last day on the world is coming near." Listening to this, everybody became sad, and one of the devotees said, "Thakur, what will happen to us? Where we would go?" He smiled and said, "Nothing is going to happen to you. You will remain with me as before." After a pause, he continued seriously, "This body of mine is not your Thakur. He who resides in the body is your Thakur. The moment I discard my physical body, each of your heart will become my abode. I am guiding you now, and I will continue to do so even after my death. There will be absolutely no difference." Worries and sadness of the Odia devotees grew as the date of his departure to Kolkata came nearer. But they continued their service to him as before, hiding their state of mind. One day while going to the rickshaw, Thakur said, "I have committed in my will that ownership of Nilachal Kutir is to be handed over to Manu. After my death, she or her children will worship my Vigraha at Kutir. Otherwise, you people will make arrangements for worship of Vigraha by some good Brahmin. My body is to be buried here." Then he continued, "You people will keep the Kutir like what it is right now. My bed, the chair, and all the materials are to be kept in such a manner that observing those people will not feel my absence, and will rather think I have gone out and would return soon." In this regard, he gave an example of Ramakrishna Paramahansa's residence being kept inside Kali Mandir. After a few days, he said to Durgacharan Bhai, "Is it difficult for you to accompany me and follow the rickshaw? I get pleasure in company of you and Nurupal. In your absence, which was rare, I feel as if something is missing." After that day, they always accompanied him in his evening journey. On 6th November 1935, they were following the rickshaw taking Thakur. Thakur said, "Today I am feeling very happy and relaxed. My body is no more capable to contain my spiritual energy. I have either to discard it or come back from Samadhi, rejuvenating the body. If I die, the divine energy stored in me will automatically enter into my devotees." After thinking for a while, he said, "Those who have become my devotees will achieve emancipation in their present life, and others, those who do not love me sincerely but are following my direction, will take another birth and become disciples of other gurus of their time." One of the devotees asked, "Thakur, can we see you? Can we see you as we see you today after you leave this world?" He firmly replied. His firm reply was, "Yes. You can see me in the form. After my death, if you concentrate on Jayaguru Japa, continued utterance, the Japa will go on constantly even while you are asleep. Then you can feel my presence through your mind." He was asked a very crucial question. "Thakur, you are telling us that you will discard your physical body? Then who will become Guru after you?" He replied, "No, I am not handing over charge of Guru to anybody. I will remain as your Guru even after my death. If after my death I will find a suitable medium, I will entrust my responsibility of Guru on him. Otherwise, I will remain as Guru like now and continue to guide you as Guru for all time to come." On the advice of doctors, he was given radiation treatment for 3 days, but the situation did not improve. He stopped being treated and said, I have endured enough. I will be going to Kolkata. Let me see what happens. It was 12th of November 1935, and as usual, he went on his evening journey. Next day, he was to leave for Kolkata. On the day of his departure to Kolkata, the devotees accompanied him to visit important places of Puri. The rickshaw moving through Marichikot Lane stopped in front of Sri Jagannath temple. He paid his respect to Lord Jagannath and said to no one in particular, This is my last darshan of Lord Jagannath. In the evening he boarded the train. All the devotees, with hope of recovery for him in their mind and tears in their eyes, bowed down to pay their respect. Strangely unlike before, Thakur extended his foot and touched each devotee's head by his toe, giving his blessing. The train left Puri and reached Cuttack. Chaitanya Bhai was waiting there with garland in hand hours before arrival of the train. He garlanded him, offered a prayer, crying all the time. Thakur seemed very grave. After a few minutes, the train left the station with Thakur like a heartless brute. At Kolkata, Thakur stayed at Belgaria for some days, but as there was no dearth of rooms for Sukha Bhai, Nairani and Surbala, a rented house was arranged for him in Midden Street. Dr. Vidhan Chandra Roy, the famous doctor who later became Chief Minister of West Bengal, came to examine him. He said nothing wrong with him and prescribed some medicines. After his departure, Thakur said, Ibar Vidhar Bindhan Ar Chol Bena. This time, Vidhan Sirit will not do. Then Dr. Jogesh Chandra was called and on asking of Thakur, he prescribed sleeping pills and some medicines. His health condition seemed to be stabilized. Observing Thakur being not able to take any solid food, Sukha Bhai went to bazaar and came back with a packet of assorted Britannia biscuits, fruit, pudding and cakes. Those were expensive as well as tasty. Thakur, after remaining days on liquid food, took some of it and said smilingly, Why feed an old man with such tasty food? After some days, he called Surbala near and told her. After so many years, Sudhansubala had come. Surbala Ma asked him, When did she come? Thakur replied, She came yesterday and had not left since then. Surbala Ma asked, You said she had not left. Is she here now? Thakur smiled and replied, Yes, she is present in this room. Listening to this, Surbala became very worried. Next day, Dr. Neel Ratan Sarkar was called to examine him. After thorough examination was over, Thakur asked, Tell me, doctor, how many days are left? Doctor smiled and said, Why you are quite healthy. Nothing is going to happen to you. Now relax. But after leaving the room, the doctor told others, he is left with less than 36 hours. On 28th November 1935, his health condition worsened. He told Motilal Bhai, I am leaving to be immersed in thought for welfare of my devotees. His conditions deteriorated. On 29th, Thakur lapsed into Samadhi again and again. Each time Bhuban Bhai brought him back to normalcy by requesting him, Please Thakur, come back and please wake up. Thakur said in a whispering tone, The body with which I can't fulfill the desire of my devotees, with which I cannot go from one place to another, which is no more of any use, ought to be discarded. His last words to his devotee, his beloved Bhuvan was, Bhuvan, let me be submerged within my inner self. Do not disturb me. Leave me alone. Telling this, he closed his eyes, went into Samadhi, never to return back. A very bright, luminous chapter of his history pertaining to spiritual world of India was closed forever. The figure with the eternal smile slept on the bed, would never rise again. The sun has gone down, never would be rise again to illuminate the eastern sky. His body, which bore no sign of death, was taken in a big procession. From place to place, hundreds of wreaths were placed on his mortal frame.
Questions and answer session. Tuna Bhai is asking something, but I am not able to see his question. Is anybody